Tonight, to Bishvat, as the Rabbi said. So let's talk a little bit about this. What's the reason? What's the minhag? What is it all about? How to do it properly? All these things, right? So where is this custom coming from? This minhag to Bishvat. The reason is because it says in the Mishnah that this is the Rosh Hashanah of the Ilanot. You know what that means? The new year, of the Ilanot. By the way, don't get this mixed up with something else, because it says about Chag Shavuot, right? It's the day that the Ilanot are judged. That's something else, two different things. There's judgment of the Ilanot, right? It's like their Yom Kippur, whatever. And then you have the Rosh Hashanah of the Ilanot. This one, the judgment is on Shavuot. This one, right, the Rosh Hashanah is on to Bishvat, two different things. So why do we call this the Rosh Hashanah of the Ilanot if they're judged on Shavuot? What's the reason for that? The reason is because the Rosh Hashanah is talking about their age. How old is the tree? You know what I mean? Because right, it says in the Torah, you have to know how old the tree is, because the first 3 years in the tree, you're not allowed to eat the fruits. It's called orla, right? Asur to eat the fruits, the first 3 years. So a person has to know how old your tree is, because, otherwise you cannot eat it, right? Orla is a big sin to eat.
You can eat, you cannot serve.
You cannot eat it either. It's asur to eat it, right? You cannot do nothing with that. So the thing is, that because of this, a person has to know, right, how old is your tree? And when does it turn? In other words, the thing is like this. When is the birthday of the tree, right? On Tu Bishvat. So now it becomes this first year, second year, third year, every year, right? Third. How old are you? How old are you, my tree? Right? On Tu Bishvat, it becomes 1 more year older. It's like his birthday, It's something like that. You understand? This is the reason why we call it the Rosh Hashanah of the Ilanot. So because of this, it says right in the books that there's a minhag to eat, the perot of the fruits. Why? So HaKadosh Baruch Hu should remember them. This causes them to be remembered. That they should have a good success. Successful kind of fruits. And successful, right? Plenty of fruits and all that good stuff, right? So this is the reason why we have this minhag to eat the perot of the fruits. So what is a minhag? The minhag is, they say the main point is to have the Sheva Minim, the Zayin Minim, that Eretz Israel is praised for them. Those fruits are more important than the other fruits. So you know what they are, right? I don't have to tell you, right? You have the wheat, barley, right? Then you have the dates, right? Figs, pomegranates, olives, right? And we have also, what else we got there? Right? That's... I'm sorry? Grapes, right, exactly, grapes. So that's the 7, right? Raisins is also grapes, right? Same things. You can have raisins also. Same idea, right? They're just dried grapes. So you have those 7 for those are the main ones. So try to get those, that's the main mitzvah, to eat those, It's not really a mitzvah, it's not really a sildat mitzvah or something like this. It's a minhag, so don't go crazy, don't try to think, it's not isur karet, it's not right, it's something like this, I mean? It's just minhag. We do it, it's a good thing to do. Everybody does it. All Yisrael, right? All of Yisrael, we do this minhag. It's a nice minhag, So the 7 ones are the main ones. But also, if you want to do other ones, it's no problem, right? You can do more, bring some bananas, and all kinds of other things, right? Apples and pears and, right? Whatever you want to bring. That's also good. But the main thing is the 7 species, to bring those and to eat them, but we have to know, right, how to do the brachot properly, right? To the bracha rishona, bracha achrona. So let's talk a little bit about that, right? So, there's a pasuk, in Sefer Devarim. In Perak Chet, Pasuk Chet over there, it talks about that Eretz Israel is known to be for these 7 species. It brings all those 7 species in that Pasuk. Right? So the Chazal say, Masechet Brachot, it's Mem Aleph Amud Bet in Brachot. They say over there that this has an order, over there. There's an order. Right? Which one do you eat first? Which one do you eat last? Right? Which one comes second? Which comes third? So it goes according to the order of the Psukim. The thing is that the Pasuk is divided into 2 different parts. So the Chazal say, what you got to do is, if you want to do the right order, take the first one from the first part, and then take the first one from the second part. And like this, right? Second, third, third. Like this is the way you go, and this way you cover all of them. So how does it work, right? What is the first one? The first one is chita, right, which is wheat. So wheat is the first one. So therefore, right, it's a mitzvah to have, like a minhag, as we said, right, to have something made out of wheat. So you can have mezonot, right, whatever, things like this. Or you can also have wheat, there's also things like that. All those things are good, whatever is wheat, made out of wheat, any kind of cookies, cakes, whatever, right, all that stuff is wheat. It's all wheat. Everything is, right? So this is so the first thing you should bless on, when you start, right, the whole Tu Bishvat Seder, we call that the Seder, right, whatever. The first one you start is the mezonot. You have something mezonot there, right? By the way, what's the bracha on wheat? Is it mezonot? If it's like, right, it's hadamah, exactly, so it's not the same thing, Make sure you know, right? If you're eating wheat, that's one thing. If you're eating cake, it's something else, it's a different bracha. Not the same blessing.
But are you eating wheat?
It's like a porridge.
I'm sorry?
Are we eating wheat? People are eating wheat like that?
Yeah, they bring mezonot,
No, wheat, like when it's coming out from the ground. People not eating it like that.
You're Israeli, right? That you should know this one. You know that they have a snack food, right? In Israel, made out of wheat, snacks. You know what I'm talking about? What is that called? Shalva?
Yeah, it's like small pieces.
Yeah, that's wheat. Right? So bring some shalva.
So you're doing them.
Right? That's going to be hadamah. Okay? Or if you want to bring, right, mezonot, it's going to be mezonot, of course. Right? Any mezonot. You know it's mezonot. I don't have to tell you. You know it's mezonot. That comes first. So the first thing we do is make mezonot or hadamah, as we said, right? If you're having one of those things. What comes after that, right? So then we go to the second part of the pasuk. Over there it talks about olives, zait. So therefore, if you have olives, that's the second one. Comes number 2. So meaning what? That if you're going to bless, right, borei pi'atz on all the fruits, right? Because you make only one borei pi'atz, right? Not 5 times, borei pi'atz. Borei pi'atz, borei pi'atz, borei pi'atz. They're not like this. One is good enough. That's it, Okay. How many times are you going to make? 5 times? You understand? So one borei pi'atz. So if you have olives, that will be the first one you bless on, and everything else is going to be without a bracha. Because it's already covered. Understand? If you have zait. If you don't have zait, then we go back to the first part of the pasuk. What's over there? Dates, right? Tamarim. That's number 3. I'm sorry? Right, but seorah we don't have, that's why I skipped that one. Because we don't have it, so much, what I mean? We don't really, yeah. It's hard to get, barley stuff, food. Even in Israel, it's hard to find that stuff.
Beer.
You know what I mean?
Beer.
Okay. Yeah, so the truth is, I don't know, each beer is made from different things, so if it's made from barley, I guess you're right, But the thing is, I have to tell you, right, exactly, beer is shakol, it's true. You know why? Because it's mostly water. The majority is water. So it's not really, that's the thing, it's not really a part of the Tu Bishvat Seder, the drinks. The drinks are not really a part. You know what I mean? So we're going to skip that one, and go to dates, right? Dates is something normal. You go to the store, you buy dates, right? Something normal. That's going to be the next one after olives, right? What comes after that? Then the grapes, right? Next one, right? Raisins, right? Whatever, something like that, right? Next one is figs, right? Figs. Yeah. So that last one is rimon, pomegranate. That's the last one.
But if I say hoetz for zaitun,
right?
Somebody else can say another hoetz for something else.
Right. So that's the thing, that depends on how you do it, because sometimes, like a person is going to say ha'etz for everybody. So then one bracha is going to cover everybody, you know what I mean? But if each one wants to do his own, but thing is like this, if he also is doing his own bracha, he also has to bless on the olives first, because he also has to do olives first. Understand? Every person has the same obligation, so that's not really going to help you much, in that situation. So this is the order, but as we said, right, one bracha covers everything. Yeah, go ahead.
If you take a pomegranate, right, and 2 eggs,
right?
Does that be the aval of the olive?
Of course, it's going to cover everything anyway, But just we said, right, the order is like this, right? The first one is olives, So that's the way it is in the pasuk.
Yes.
So this is the way you're going to do it, right? That's the.
Can you repeat one more time? Olive.
So right again, right? Number 1, mezonot. Number 2, olives, right? Then number 3, we have dates, right? Number 4, figs.
No.
Right?
Dates is the last one. Dvash, no? Eretz, chita, Shasora,
Yeah.
Geffen Tena.
The last one is rimon. Rimon is the last one. Dates, figs, and rimon. That's how it goes. Don't ask me how.
Where the grapes fall in order?
I'm sorry?
Grapes.
It comes after the dates.
Yeah.
So Zayt.
Dates and grapes. And then, right, figs and pomegranate.
So wheat,
Right, wheat comes first. Chita, right, olives.
cows, dates,
Right,
grapes,
right,
figs,
figs.
pomegranate.
Right, that's it. That's the way it goes. But you're not going to really get that far. Why? Because, as we said, right, you're going to make the bracha on the first one.
Yeah.
But just in case you don't have those, you only have this one, that's when there's enough kamina. There's a practical difference there.
What about Shekian?
Right, so if you have something, new fruit, shechianu, it's hard to find new fruit in New York. Because everything is available all year, so it's not so easy to find something like that. If you can find something, but we never make, one thing I want to tell you, right, we never make shechianu on dried fruits, so if it's dried fruit, there's no shech, it's all year like that, it's what's something new there, what's something, nothing new, it's all year like this, so there, we don't make shechianu on dried fruits, only on fresh fruits.
If I didn't see it,
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it, but I never tried this year. Can I say Shekian?
Not on dried fruits.
No, fresh.
No. Fresh fruits, yeah, of course, yeah, fresh fruits. If it the thing is, it's like it goes on the availability. Is it available or not? Can you find it in the store or not? You know what I mean? If it's something new that came to the store that wasn't there before, this is Chechianu. This is what it means. That's the way it
You're
is.
saying that if you
So don't worry about that. Don't go crazy with Chechianu. That I have to do it. You don't have to do it. Only if there is shayach. Shayach. It's not shayach. It's okay. Nobody can force you to do Chechianu. Buy a new suit. Do it. Do something. Don't worry about that, right? Don't drive yourself crazy. Right? That's the thing, That's the way we do it. I'm sorry, you were saying something? Okay, so let's move on. So let's move on a little bit. So then, right, we have also the other fruits, right? So if you have something which is hadama, you're going to make hadama, right? Let's say, some strawberry, banana, right? Things like this, which are hadama. So you're going to make hadama on those things. It's not really obligation to do hadama, but if you have a nice table, everything good stuff, your family brings good things. So yeah, you're going to also do hadama. Question is like this, right? But what is the priority over here, right? To bless, to make the bracha. So it says in Shulchan Aruch, a little bit not what you would think. You would think like this, but that's the way it is in the halacha. Halacha says, right? If you have, let's say, as we said, right, the zayin meaning the 7 species comes before everything else. If you're doing fruits, fruits. But let's say, right, you have also hadama and you have ha'etz. So which one comes first? So Shulchan Aruch says, whatever you like, you can do first. There's no order with that, If you like hadama more, you lead into that stuff, so do that one first, and then you do ha'etz on the 7 zayin meaning, right? That's the way it is, so there's no priority when it comes to that, what else do I want to tell you? That also, right, regarding the final bracha, right? If you ate a kazait, which is like half an egg, not so big, it's pretty small. Half an egg, nothing. In weight, this is like 27 grams. So if you had a kazait of those fruits, right, which is a zayin minim, those things, you're going to make ala etz ve'al pri etz, the final bracha. This is the way it is, right? Obviously. And even if you add many types, one bracha covers everything, right, that you ate. So it doesn't matter what it is. What about if you had mezonot, right? So then also kazait. So you're going to make ala michya ve'ala kakala ve'al pri etz, right, like this, right? Both of them together in one bracha. You combine both of them. If you had a kazait of both of them. If you had also, right, the wine, some people also like to drink wine for Tu Bishvat, It's like geffen, It comes from geffen. Some people like that too. It's not obligation to do that, but if you like to have wine, why not, What makes you happy, right? Whatever makes you happy. So then you're going to say, right, ala michya, ala etz, and al pri geffen, right? Everything, the whole thing, right? From beginning, all 3 things in one bracha. That's the way it is. Right? But with the wine, you have to have a revi'it, How much is a revi'it? 3 ounces. If you drank 3 ounces, like fast, 1, 2, like this, Not like 5 times, that's not fast enough, That's too slow. Talking about 1, 2, 3 ounces you got there, right? So that's already going to be also, what do you call it? Ala geffen, ve'al pri geffen, right? Also that one.
is there a difference in the order?
Do like the way it says in the Sidur, you know? In the Sidur, it tells you how to do, you know? That's the way to do it. Ala Mechia comes first, you know why? Because it's wheat. Again, the same thing. Wheat is more important than everything else, you know? Okay, so that's if you had a kazait, right, of those fruits. All the other fruits, right, that you had, together with this, you know, with this stuff, ala etz covers everything, all the fruits, even though if they're not zayin minim, covers everything. So you don't need to make borei nefashot for the other fruits. It's covered with this one. You know, everything is covered there. But here's the thing, you know, there's a little bit of a machloket about this, because the way the bracha goes, you know, ala michya, it says ala michya ve'al kakala ve'al tenuvat hasadeh. Right, this is what it says after, right? So what does this mean, this tenuvat hasadeh? It means things that grow on the ground, you know, in the field. So some say this also includes adama. You know, there is an opinion like this. So therefore it says, right, in Chazon Ovadia, Maran, Rabbi Shalom, he says that because of this, if you ate other things, you know, which are hadama, so make borei nefashot first. You know, because if you already made ala michya, maybe you covered it already, you know, the hadama. So do first borei nefashot, and then do ala etz v'la pri etz. This way you can do both of them. You know, otherwise if you did already, right, ala etz v'la pri etz, so, you know, some poskim say you cannot send up borei nefashot. It's too late. You already covered it already. Understand? So that's the way it works, you know? So this is basically the way it works. People also ask me, you know, what's the minhag? Like, you know, there's also, by the way, there's a tikkun that some people do, you know? There's a seder that they do. They read some stuff, you know, all kinds of things, you know? So you're not really obligated to do this. It's not obligation. Some people like to do it, you know, whatever. God bless you, you know, if you like to do it. I prefer, personally, I prefer to learn Torah, you know, than to do these, you know, tikkunim and all these things, right? I'm not into, that's not my thing, you know? Each person according to his own, whatever, you know. Talmud Torah can get kulam, right? Learning Torah is more important than everything else. So, you know, you have to weigh everything the proper way. But if you're not doing anything anyway, you're wasting time. So, you know, maybe you want to do it then, you know, it's no problem. You're not doing anything important anyway, so why not, you know? That depends on your ability. Okay, great. So, let's, what else we got to talk about? So, also people ask me, by the way, you know, how many times do we do this, you know, on Tu Bishvat? So we do one time at night, one time in the daytime. Doesn't matter what time, you know. It could be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Same thing at daytime, you know. There's no hours, there's no time. Whenever, you know, you want to do it, you do it. You know, God bless you, right? That's the whole thing, you know. There's no time limit there or anything like that, you know. That's the way it works.
In the noontime for a lunch, you also do it?
Huh?
For a lunch, you also do it?
Daytime, you know, daytime. Yeah, we do it like one time daytame. Whatever you want to do, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, as long as it's still daytime, right? That's the idea, you know. That's the minhag, you know. We do it twice. So that's a custom amongst most people. I remember when I was in the yeshiva and over there in Eretz Israel, you know, they used to give us to each avrech would get like a bag, you know, with fruits in there. They would hand out to everybody, so we didn't have to go looking for things, you know. It was already found in the bag right there. Got it made in the bag there, right? So that's the way it was. Baruch Hashem. That was nice. But anyway, right, the person should buy, you know, if he doesn't have, go out and buy, you know, whatever you need to buy, and right, enjoy it, you know, have a good time with that. Enjoy, right? So we do it twice, as we said. And also, you probably know, right, the Tu Bishvat, as we just said right now, we don't do tachanun, you know, so tomorrow there's not going to be any tachanun, no vidui, right? Just take up the Sefer Torah and read it, right? And that's Yehi Shem, right? And everything is good, Baruch Hashem. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu should give us, Bezod Hashem, a good holiday, and it should be a good siman, Bezod Hashem, for the rest of the spring. Amen and amen. רבי חנן בן השומר, ועשה הקדוש ברוך הוא לישראל, לפיכך יובא להם תורה ומצוות שנאמר להם חפץ למען צדקו יגדיל תורה ויאדיר.